I'm sorry, are we making a law against tankers or are we making a law against drilling?
My bill would prohibit permanently new drilling leases in the federal waters off the West Coast.
So there's more spills with tankers than there are with drilling. But we're going to outlaw the drilling, even though there's more spills in terms of volume from tankers. What's the rationale?
My esteemed colleague, it's the oil that's the problem. As long as we
so presuming that we'll still need oil for the next 30 years. I mean, unless you're going to raise prices at $10 a gallon, we're going to need oil for the next 30 years.
Well, the prices are likely to be raised by our friendly people that have the oil in the Gulf states, in Venezuela and Nigeria, and by the oil companies.
And of course, they'll be more able to do that if they control the market. So the more dependent we make ourselves on foreign supplies of oil, according to the military, the more vulnerable we are. So I'm hearing from you, we need to shut down what we do locally so that we can import more, from which we know that there's more spills, it increases our dependence, and raises cost. Again, I'm not seeing the rationale.
I beg to differ with you on your economic theory.
I will yield. I would love to see your facts in. I will yield.
I think the gentleman's statement was that he's seeking to replace that oil and additional oil in those tankers by changing the energy policy in this country.
If I may
we all recognize that takes.
If I may reclaim my time, I think it's about 1% that solar now provides.
I understand all that. We all know that.
And so if we're going to do that, it's not going to be in the near term. It's going to be at least 3 decades off. So for the next 3 decades, do we increase our environmental hazard by importing more, make ourselves more vulnerable to foreign governments, all because there's this emotional response? I think what's incumbent upon us to be very factual here.
The fact is,
if I might, sir,
it's a hard economic response for our state.
Yes, because your fuel costs are among the highest in the nation.
So you might look to your own state, check out the emotional and the economic response along your own.
You do not have to tell me about that. You do not absolutely have to tell me about that. On the other hand, my own state understands completely that the more we import, the more tanker accidents there are in New Jersey, the more tanker accidents there are around the coast. That's statistically. That's not something just rhetorical. That's statistically. That tankers are more likely to spill than is, even with this one, than are oil rigs. I yield to I yield.